This is the second in a 3-part series on the muscle up. And if you didn't watch the first video, I'd highly recommend going back and covering the strict muscle up first, just because it'll lay a good foundation for a lot of the things that we'll go over, and a lot of the drills kind of carry over from the strict variation. So if you didn't watch that video, go ahead and check that one out first. There will be chapters linked below, so if you need to skip around to different parts of the video or refer back to this later, you can. And if not, I hope you enjoy.
Now we're going to move on to kipping muscle ups. The first thing about the rings is understanding how they swing. Okay? So the rings are anchored in line with this upright. You need to be able to control your kip and be balanced on either side of this upright. If you don't know where you're swinging back and forth in relation to where these rings are set, you're going to struggle to pull on top of it. Okay? We don't think about it when we're on the bar because it's fixed. Okay, we don't think about it when we're doing a strict because you're not moving the rings. The rings stay stationary and you're just learning how to pull deep and go through. Okay, when we get into kipping, you need to be able to balance yourself. Just like we do a beat swing on the upright here, where you're trying to stay balanced from front to back. Right? And be in control. Kipping balanced on either side. You need to do the same thing on the high rings. We're going to jump up. And we're going to hold with a neutral grip. Okay, not a false grip. And we're going to try and kip. I want back and forth, and I want this to come from the shoulder. Okay, you notice my ear is ahead of my arm. Okay, I'm pointing my toes down. Okay, but I'm staying generally in line with the upright. Okay, open, close, open, close. Let's see everybody jump up on a set of rings, neutral grip.
Are they?
Good. Now when you're kipping, the kip swing needs to come from opening and closing here. So a couple of you bending the elbows. Okay, it's not going to work. The next thing is going to be the low range transition. Okay, earlier with the being able to catch in the deepest part of your dip. This is where a lot of you will catch way too high. What we want to see is the hips going down in line with the rings. Okay, now my chest is pointed up. My grip is neutral here. So what I want to see you do is press like this, down into the ring as you're bringing your hips up. Okay, so that's going to be the step one, is pressing down as you're bringing up. Okay, I want you to do 2 or 3 of those until you feel comfortable. That happens with a straight arm. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to press down, and then we're going to look through to our toes. Okay, same thing we did last time. So we're going to go hips, and then catch. Okay, now I'm here just hanging out. Okay, what I didn't do is this. Okay, you see how that's not going to get you a muscle up here. Okay, if I throw my hips like this, now I can't sit through. I have too much distance. So we have to press down at the same time. The hip pops up, and then you sit through. So I'm really just trying to like give myself hips and then sit to the bottom. Same as a pull and a catch and a snatch. Okay, it's 2 separate things. We're going to throw ourselves. We're going to catch ourselves. Really good. Next, we're going to do hips to rings. Okay, this is a great drill. We're going to try and stay balanced again on the upright. All I want you to do is on the backswing, close your shoulder down. And again, we're bringing the ring to the hip, not the hips to the ring. Okay, your body should go flat. Your toes should be pointed towards that wall, and you should be able to kind of push yourself like into a straight line. Okay, so it looks like this. Okay, whenever we practice kipping on the rings, if we're doing a kipping muscle up, we want the rings to be parallel. Or sorry, not parallel. Okay? So they need to be like this. Because if you do this, there's no way you're going to be able to get your arm on top. Even if you can have the sickest transition in the world. If you're pulling with a straight wrist, you're not going to be able to get your wrist all the way to there to press. Okay? So the ring has to go here so that we can sit through. That's the difference between the ring muscle up and the strict. Really good. Really good. Really good. Really good. This is something that a lot of people struggle with, is like getting on there and then figuring out how to kip swing into it. Okay? what you need to do is start directly underneath the rings. What you're gonna do is jump up and grab with a neutral grip, okay? Both elbows are gonna be like this. Forearm is gonna be bent. Okay, now, what a lot of people do is they get here and then they do a pull-up. It's a waste of energy, don't do that. What you need to do is grab on, and then we're gonna use the bottom half of our body to swing our first kip. Okay, so you're gonna jump up, feet comes up to just about hip height, and then as the feet come back, you're gonna open up. Okay, and it should put you in a nice balanced kip. Okay, so before we try to get on top of the rings, I want everyone to practice this. We're gonna jump up. Okay, I'll do that one more time. Hands here. Feet up. That's it. Okay? I'm not doing this. So my body slide back. Okay, because you're getting too crazy trying to open up at the front. Okay, I also do this. You saw the ring jump. That's loss of tension. Okay, so one more time. Jumping on is so focused on this that she's kipping with the rings straight, like we were saying to Amy a second ago. Okay, so as soon as your feet open, you need to start to turn the rings to face the wall. Okay, so we're here, open, rings straight. If you kip right, if you're patient, you open your hips, same way we did that hips to ring, and then you black out and you don't think about anything and you just sit and look at your feet, you will catch yourself at the bottom of the dip. Okay, if you find that you're one of these people where you're like always getting stuck in transition, maybe we need to build more transition strength and we need to work the strict muscle up a little bit more. Okay, maybe it's a skill thing where like you can do a strict muscle up but you muscle your way through the kip portion. Okay, so you should be able to, again, hips up and then sit to the bottom. So like this. And you should be able to do these all day. Yeah, really good. Okay, really good. Still does a little ring pull up to start. Okay, so when we talk about getting to like 10, 15 unbroken reps, it's just gonna, every little bit matters when you're getting deep in those big sets. Really strong. Whoa. Good. Not bad. Like when we talk about the hook grip, we say knuckles to the ground. It's the same thing here on the ring, right? We need to be able to get your hand on top of the ring. If I jump up like this and then my fingertips, I can't pull myself into a pressing position. So you need to get the ring in the full of your hand. Good. Really good. Okay, so like in order to get your chest through the bar or through the rings, doing this doesn't get you what you need. Okay, because now my shoulders are internally rotated. This is a hard position for my delt. Right, what we want is to open here. Okay, so if you're lacking extension in your thoracic spine or mobility in your shoulders, it's going to be hard. You're going to want to do this. Okay, but that could be preventing you from getting more. So when you jump up, if you are moving in this direction with the rings, and then you're trying to pull yourself back all the way over here and on top, it's going to be very, very challenging. Okay, so you said start underneath the ring. If you go like this, see how I'm like swinging this way. It's going to be way hard to get back on top.
Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was helpful. If it was, hit like on the video. Leave me a comment if you have any questions about any of this stuff. And if you missed the first video in this series on the strict muscle up, you can go ahead and check that one out here. I'll see you in the next video. Talk to you soon.